Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F1 division, coming to you live around the Suzuka circuit in Japan. It's round number 17, I think it is, of the season. We're coming to the business end of the championship, where the tenseness, is that a word? The tension is high. The tension is high, ready for the championships to be crowned, and tonight we could crown our first champions of the season, the constructors champions Mercedes of Eastern and Lando, who, let's be honest, this season they've been consistently near the top all the time.
Dominating.
It's almost unsurprisingly they could do it tonight, and we'll tell you how they can as we go across tonight. But tonight, I am back in the comms box, streaming once again. I don't get paid for this job. Maybe I should. But it's myself, RSF from Bundle, back enough from last night. F5 race, which was intriguing. This should be another one. And I'm joined by the usual F1 co-comms of this season, LR Blazergun. So good evening, Blazer.
Hello!
Hello!
Hello. Thank you.
Now the first question I must ask you. Now, I did the best attempt of Raikkonen's intro to the lights, if you know what that is.
You mean... No!
Yeah? Do you want me to do it on this one, or should I leave it?
It's up to you. I mean, at the moment, I have been doing the Murray Walker go, go, go. At least,
It is go, go, go!
I mean, I done it on Sunday. I did it in majority of the F1 race. Ever since when? When was it? Singapore, Russia, I think it was. So yeah, it might have actually been Italy. Goodness.
Might have been. Anyway, I am stepping in for Monster Skyline, who is currently unavailable tonight. But that's perfectly fine. The way things happen.
Yeah. Diggles need to slap
We
this
are
car.
currently waiting. Yeah, I was going to say, Diggles,
Diggles, stop taking this
get in your
shit.
car.
Get in your car.
I was gonna say, I'm not gonna do the now thing that Raikkonen does, because I
Yes.
have a slight headache and I don't want to bring it back again. I've literally just about got rid of it. Anyway, tonight, Japan. It has been a formidable track all week long.
And you
We are
figure
going without
it's
Diggles selecting the car. Diggles, get in the Pink Panther.
Diggles. Diggles.
No, it's got 20 seconds. Anyway, Japan. This week has proved to be very formidable for the drivers. And, well, you got a cough there. You got a cough there.
Yeah,
Blaze,
sorry.
right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think oh, god damn it. Sorry.
And based on F1's race last week, which I missed, but I watched back, and that start in Russia, I've got to almost question it into how, although it was wet conditions. Okay, let's not bring them down too much, these drivers here, but we kind of need a clean start this week, don't we?
So yes, we do. Hopefully we do. I mean, F2 was a bit alright at the start. F3 on Monday was... What the hell just happened? I don't know what happened last night. I don't know if that was a clean start. But yeah,
It was very clean.
it was very clean. So yeah, hopefully... Let's just hope we don't have a clean start, a bad start, a clean start, and a bad start. And a clean start again.
Actually, to sum up last night's first lap, guess how many position changes there were?
Oh. It's gonna be a lot of position changes, won't there? At the start, possibly.
Go on, send me a number. Guess a number.
10.
2.
2! The whole...
1 went up. No, 2 went up and 2 went down.
Okay. What's the...
Oh my goodness me!
Bloody
It's raining. Raining.
Match was wet.
And not just raining, it is chalking it down. Yeah, we're all intermediate tyres.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Does this rain look very heavy to you?
Yeah, it's slightly heavy.
Yeah,
I was
this could
about
be
to do my
interesting.
Tick Rabbits impression there, but I actually remember F1 has actually had a wet race and a wet qualifying at one stage. So I was about to do my Tick Rabbits, like, yes, wet race. I've been waiting all year for this. But we actually did have a wet race. Italy, oof. Italy in the West.
Now, 17 drivers here for tonight, which means we're going to be looking at 2 eliminations in the first one, but by the looks of this rain, we could have more than that. Look at it. Ridiculous.
It is absolutely
Oi.
chugging it. Ooh. There's the frame's going a bit dodgy a bit.
Yeah, on board of Vettel is the first guy out here. Oh, don't have the track map.
Yeah.
Get track map.
God
There's the track map. We got
damn it.
Vettel and Lando out on the track today.
Ooh,
Oh, there's a big power slide from Vettel.
Lando's already out on track. It's actually a qualifying ban for anybody in the F1 division.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there. Okay.
I don't feel like there is.
I'm literally watching 2 things at once now. I'm watching the Man United game and now I'm doing this. And I'm doing this.
You're watching a Man United game?
I'm not watching the Man United game. I'm keeping an eye on
Don't
the
fall
scores.
asleep.
No, I'm sorry, but
Don't
I'm
fall
wide awake.
asleep. I've already had...
I've already been saying God damn it and stuff like that because bloody Neymar in 6 minutes already scored. Doesn't matter. I mean, even if we lose, it'll be Man United, Leipzig, and PSG all level on 9 points, but Man United will still be top of the group stage by goal difference.
Fascinating.
Look at you falling asleep when I was making it. Oh wow! The bed was getting a bit slidey.
Vettel making sure I'm
Why
awake
couldn't
as
it
he
be like this on
sets his
Friday?
first lap.
Literally, Friday, Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, Corey Marshall.
Oh no, Corey!
Did he?
Does he have a quali ban?
He retired in pits.
He did. Does he have a quali ban?
Does he have a quali back?
Bet the,
I think he's...
bet the chat.
I'm not
Maybe
in.
chat will know. Chat always knows. As Vettel was sliding his way through the S's on his first lap. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. It's the only reasoning.
I'm trying to find it. Oh, that's F2. I don't want F2. Oh, wait. Stewards report.
Ooh, big twitch of the car coming up to the, is that the Dunlop hairpin? I think it is.
Yep, here it is.
Cool.
It was all that big lap, I think the first lap
Wonka
incident in
fuffle.
Russia. First lap incident, I think it was.
Oh,
Yes.
Easton! Easton's dropped it!
Oh,
Championship leader!
At 130R.
Is Vettel going to get that?
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, what a
Muddy
big place to
Biscuit.
lose it.
Muddy Biscuit has confirmed Corey Marshall, Legends, and Pigeon all have a quali ban.
There's Easton. Oh, that is a huge impact into the wall. You just about saw him. It was embedded.
Yeah.
Championship leader is out and joins Corey Marshall and Pigeon on the sidelines as Vettel.
Nobody really needs to set a lap
Still
now.
sliding
really.
his way.
Nobody does have
No,
to set a lap.
but this is very treacherous already.
Yeah. So there you go. So Mr. Pigeon Munch, IGN Legends, and Corey Marshall all had the qualifying ban.
Ah, well, now it makes sense. So, after Russia's race, in which Easton won last time out, he cannot win the championship today, but if he wins, which, let's be honest, he's from the back of the grid, if he wins from there, my goodness, that would be... He would deserve the championship. If not, he doesn't deserve it already. But just put the icing on the cake.
Young Scotsman does it again.
Easton has to win with Corey Marshall, Mitzi, and who was the other one? Lando not scoring. If that happens, Easton needs only 4 more points, and the title is his. and we still obviously have 4 races to go. But in terms of a championship to be won today, because something can be won today, and that is the constructors. Mercedes, if they outscore McLaren by 20 points or more, they are the Tier 1 champions of Eastern and Lando. So that's something they could possibly aim for. I don't know whether they know that. And let's be honest, Blaze, obviously you've been here the entirety of the season.
Except from one race or two.
Yeah. They've been at the top pretty much most of the time, haven't they? And they've been very reliable, both drivers turning up and scoring points.
Yes,
it makes sense that they win it.
Very consistent, these two. And I mean, yeah, very deserved to be constructors champions. The way they've been driving, every race, each one of them will have. It's either one of them or both of them will have podiums every race. It's a great job they're doing. It's like the Valtteri and Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri in real life style.
Which we will not see at the Grand Prix this weekend, which is because the Sakir Grand Prix now, because it's at Bahrain, but it's at the outer layout, which again is very exciting. Yeah, it'll be George Russell in the Mercedes.
Yeah.
That was a news thing that I woke up to this morning.
Replacing Russell and Williams, because Russell's going to Mercedes, driving for Mercedes.
What do you think about that, Russell at? Let's talk about Russell at Mercedes first.
Oh, I think it's a big change up in his career now.
Huge opportunity.
Huge opportunity to drive a car that has been pretty much dominated all season. And I mean, you see what he's been doing in qualifying with the Williams. Right. Nearly every qualifying in Williams he has done, he's made it into Q2.
In a car that really shouldn't get Q2.
Yeah, in a car that shouldn't really get Q2.
It's near
he's
there.
done
It's
such a good job, so I think he is the right driver to go for. To replace Hamilton for this week, and I mean,
well, I said it yesterday. I said it yesterday during last night's stream. I said there was really and truly, with your head on, there's 3 possible drivers it could have been, and that was Van Dorn, Gutierrez, who are technically their reserve drivers, or Russell. And the problem is with Van Dorn and Gutierrez, when was the last time they drove an F1 car?
It's been a while since they drove an F1 car. Oh, there's a car.
At least.
Ooh, it's easy.
Oh, it's easy off, yeah. It's been at least a year, if not 2, if not more.
You think about it, Van Dorn's still driving the
Formula E. Which obviously are very different to an F1 car. So, in terms of less risk or more potential of, let's say, points, Russell was the best bet. The only question is Lando goes very wide at turn 1, gets that braking all wrong there, but he's still got plenty of time. The less risk of a choice, because they know how these cars this year they can cope with them, is George Russell. The only question was Williams going to let him go?
And
I think Toto Wolff had a lot to do with this move.
Oh yeah, definitely. Toto Wolff would definitely had a lot of willing to do this, and it's absolutely worked. And I just can't wait to see what he does. To be fair, this week at the Sakir Grand Prix.
Surely.
I mean, I saw a tweet earlier this morning from Lando, and Carlos Sainz replied to it.
Veloce's got as well.
Veloce retired in the pits.
Yeah.
Lando was like, congratulations, George Russell, for driving in a Mercedes. Looks like I have to do a lot of defending against you now. Yes.
Laser, sorry. We're going to have 13 in Q2.
Some of them...
All retired.
Yeah, no.
Quality banned, yes.
Yes, I think Veloce retired in the pits.
It's 13 in Q2.
Okay.
She did say before we went live, she even debated not qualifying at all, so...
Yeah.
Most including me, said no, do it, and obviously, so on and so forth.
But yeah, as I was saying...
All I'm saying with Russell is surely surely, by anything going horrifically wrong in the race, which it could, obviously, it's a new track, technically, or reliability, surely he's got to get his first point.
Oh, surely, yeah.
Surely.
And if you think about it as well, he's not driving another car. He's driving the car that Lewis Hamilton drove. So that's
that won the Bahrain Grand Prix last weekend, so...
So, if anything, I think he could possibly still could have an advantage against Valtteri Bottas. Now, if Valtteri Bottas won't be able to get a podium
if he gets beaten by Russell...
If he gets beaten by Russell this weekend, and let's say Russell wins it and Bottas doesn't get a podium, that's going to be some speculation, some words going to be spoken about. That's going to really downfall Bottas' career. But of course, we already know for driver confirmations, Russell and Latifi has already been confirmed next year for Williams. So, yeah, who knows?
Contracts can be broken.
Contracts, yeah.
If he comfortably beats Bottas all weekend, ends up winning the race.
Yeah. And let's just say the other thing.
There's no reason.
Well, I mean, think about it next year as well. We could have the Schumacher name back in F1.
Yeah.
The son of the 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher, Mick Schumacher, will be driving in the Haas next season. What a change! I mean, I haven't followed much of F2, but at the moment, I heard about Mick Schumacher. He's leading the F2 championship. At the moment, he could deserve to win the F2 drivers.
Yep.
And to be fair,
I think he's got like a 14-point advantage over at least, but there's still 2 races to go.
Oh yeah, definitely. And to be fair, I don't support drivers. I'm not like, oh, I'm a Lewis fan, I'm a so-so fan. I don't really support the drivers that much. I mean, I do support the team that's local to me, which is Red Bull. But to be fair, I'm actually happy to see the Schumacher name back in F1 because my first time watching F1 was, well, probably wasn't with Michael Schumacher driving the car, but I heard about Michael Schumacher. So I'm actually pleased to see the Schumacher name back.
And obviously you got Nikita Mazepin as well, who's equally a good driver.
Yeah, he's a good driver.
The only thing I have as he's left, yeah, he's got 5 minutes. Set a lap. The only thing, I guess there was no other space really for them, for Mazepin or Mick Schumacher. But that Haas next year, I mean, let's face it, this year they're almost towards the back of the grid. Don't think they're going to make any much improvement from that, so it's going to be a baptism of fire for the pair of them.
Oh yeah, definitely, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm actually can't wait to see what Fittipaldi will do this weekend as well. Of course, taking over Grosjean after his horrific crash last weekend, but the Bahrain Grand Prix that happened, and I'm glad he's okay and actually being discharged from hospital and recovering now. But
yes,
I mean, I'd like to see what Fittipaldi does as well. He's another name up there.
Think of it all put together. This weekend coming up in terms of F1 is going to be very exciting.
It's going to be very exciting. You've got quite a few young drivers.
Outer layout.
But the
outer layout of Bahrain. Yeah. Russell and the Mercedes. Aitken, obviously Jack Aitken in Williams. That could be interesting. See what he could do. Fittipaldi and Haas. And such a short track as well, which is going to be overtakes galore, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it should be. It's built up. It's built up to be exciting. It's built up pretty nicely, but we know with real life F1, if they build up excitement, it sometimes disappoints. But there you go. We are waiting on Diggles, who was just coming out on an out lap, and Zizou got back in, didn't he?
I don't know. I did send him an invite.
Hopefully he does.
No, that's just me retiring. But yeah,
I've just noticed the top of the times looks very, very close. 10th between Lando, Mitzi, Kid Cuddy and Hush there at the top. Although we are just...
I mean, that is close. I mean, it's just like, well, it's not like F3 in Monday, but did you see F3 qualifying?
Yeah, I saw F3, that was...
Yes. Did you see how close I was to make it into Q3 if I's the best didn't on his lap? I was so annoyed. Well, I wasn't so annoyed, but I was actually happy I was so close to making it into Q3, but I was like, damn you, I's the best. Why did you do this to me? 12 bad races, I needed a good qualifying. I had a good chance to make it into Q3. He does a better lap, and I'm like, damn you. P11 was doing that stuff, but... And then the race came along, and then...
Yeah. Diggle's sliding his way through the S's. Zizu has come back. He's got to come out very, very quickly, and I don't think he's going to make it round in time. So we might have...
Yeah.
We might have 12
in
Q2.
I could just quickly be right back.
Diggle's...
I'm desperate for 12.
Right. Go ahead. Diggle's sliding his way through. Just needs to set a lap here, Diggles. And he'll easily through into Q2 at this point. Just got a minute 20 to go. We have been rambling for the last 10-15 minutes here, but that's because really, in terms of action, we're just casually waiting for Q2 at this point. As Diggles negotiates his way through this spoon curve at the moment. As you can see, conditions have been very, very tricky in this Q1. We've already seen a couple of retirements. Obviously, a few had qualifying bans from what happened in Russia. And obviously, they will need to come back in the race. Zizu is not going to make it round in time, so we are going to have 12 in Q2. Diggles, after a little lock up in the chicane, is just going to get a lap time done in a 39.3. Puts him in 10th place. 30 seconds left to go. Vettel crosses the line, improves to a 38.7. Hush on an outlet. Cuddy on a 4/10 improved lap of his own. So keep on board of him as he comes up into the hairpin. It'll be definitely interesting to see what those guys, Veloce, Easton, Corey and Pigeon can do from the back of the grid. Obviously not ideal, but they can still push forward as Cuddy comes out of the spoon curve. This is just practice at the end of the day, but if these conditions are going to stay in Q2, practice is good, and he nearly loses it. Manages to catch the slide, and he thinks, oh, I'm done with that now. So backs out of it. That could have ended in tears. Hush is invalidated. Vettel's just gone off with a bit of wing damage, and he's going to drift. Don't start doing that. Nearly just chucked it into the wall. How now? And then Diggle's also there. So that's the end of Q1. And a very eventful Q1, where we had several qualifying bans. Easton dropping it in 130R. Zizu not making it round in time, so it means we're going to have 12 in the session. Well, 12 still running, because thing is, I think... Oh, Hush! No! Hush nearly dropped it.
I'm back.
He's a lucky boy.
What did I miss?
You missed Hush nearly chuck it into the wall. We did chuck it into the wall. He tapped the wall. Just past 130R, a massive tank slap. We nearly had 11 in Q2.
Yeah, I just saw that on the stream. Oh,
yeah. Then he goes flying into the pits. It's obviously very, very tricky conditions out here tonight.
Yeah.
Anything in the chat? I'm guessing the quality and sound is alright.
Yeah, everything's alright and stuff like that. Cool. Nothing else being written in the chat except from Muddy Biscuit was saying about the qualifying, who's got the qualifying bans. That was it.
Okay, fair enough.
Very quiet chat at the moment. 16 viewers on the chat apparently. So
yeah, normally
16, 15. Where is everybody? Huh?
Normally kicks up just for the race, you know.
Yeah.
Not many views in
So-
qualifying, but what an eventful Q1.
Only 12 drivers.
Well, it'll be 12 still going round because Corey and Pigeon got through, but they have qualifying bans.
Yeah.
So they will retire straight away.
Easton dropped it. Veloce
So we'll start 15.
dropped it as well, didn't she?
No, she just retired in pits.
Yeah.
And then
Evening,
Zizu
Mr.
obviously lagged
Doctor.
out and got back round.
Dr. Wolf's
Evening
in the
who?
chat.
Ah, Mr. Toto.
Mr. Toto. Totti Toto.
Right, Q2. Do we have? Yes, we do. Intermediates once again.
I think it's going to be raining the whole qualifying. I don't know whether it's
So
going to be like
Pigeon
for the
and Corey got to
race.
retire straight away.
If it's going to be a dry race, that's going to change a lot of things because a lot of these drivers, because spending Q1, Q2, and some of them will be into Q3, spend a lot of times driving in these wet conditions and then getting just adjusted, only just adjusting stuff like that with the throttle and the braking and the traction basically around the track with this wet track, and if it's like a dry race, that's they got quickly adjust. So
Rain doesn't seem to have eased off in any way, has it?
It seems like it got heavier. Oh, Vettel.
Vettel again. Unless my eyes are deceiving me, which they could be, I feel like it could be slightly less.
Ooh.
Slightly?
Yes. I don't know. Possibly.
There goes Pigeon retiring. Corey should be soon after.
Yeah.
At least he should. We'll have 12. Less pressure for those currently still running in this qualifying to get through to Q3. Obviously with 12 competitively running around. In terms of lap times, high 37 looked to be good, but obviously with this track changing, obviously fastest could be anything, to be honest. Could be worse than before, or even better.
Ooh. Yeah, Vettel going a bit slidey again. Still getting a bit slidey. And the exit of the spoon. Jeez.
Getting the tyres warmed up.
Touchable.
You have a question as
Always
well.
tuning to see Vettel for my midweek heart attack.
Oh, takes out the bollards.
Takes out the bollards. Yep.
Vettel, what did those bollards do to you?
Oh, I don't know.
Both
I
out
just
as well.
decided to wipe them out. Chodoink.
Right, see how he takes turn 1. Get the braking zone just right, just before the 50-meter marker board. Turn in. We'll see with the rain, is this going to be sliding its way through? Nice. And obviously through these S's, even in the dry, they're difficult. Big slide through the middle part. Just about keeping the speed up as much as you can.
One
and then
is on the
over
exit
the rise of the hill.
there on that corner. Ooh, a bit slidey.
Now, of course, most of these drivers, I say most of them, not all of them, but most of them are running no traction. And no traction in the rain is, oof, it is
I love it.
tricky. It's fun. I'll give it that. It's tricky.
I spend a lot of time on wet practices on pretty much nearly every track, except on like tracks that doesn't rain, like Abu Dhabi and Bahrain. But I spend a lot of time doing a wet practice and doing wet times just to get the rhythm. And especially on the track that knows that it's gonna rain, like Japan, Hungary, Silverstone, China, tracks like them, you know where it's gonna rain. And I always practice like on TT, a wet setup and stuff like that, and just to get the rhythm, just to figure out. And I just really enjoy it. Rashford, let's go. Yes, my man. Vettel across the line.
Rashford scored.
Here comes Harsh, a 38-3. Yeah, no, Rashford.
Has Rashford scored?
Yeah, Rashford just scored. 32 minutes in.
Overrated.
Nah, overrated. You wanna know who's overrated?
Overrated.
Rashford? No, he's not overrated. You wanna know who is overrated? De Bruyne.
Yeah, fair enough. St. Diggles 37.7 gets right into the ballpark of what we saw in
Yeah,
Q1.
is supposed to
So, is he meant to be? Oh no, he's not
no,
meant to be.
he's not meant to be. He's supposed to be in the racing
Oh
point.
yeah, because he was taking his sorry ass time to get into a car, and we decided to go without him.
Mr. Dotto is saying wet practice is great every week. Oh yes, wet practice is always great. I love wet practice.
Very interesting seeing how these F1 drivers take the 130R. Basically, I figured out the way to do it. It's a power slide way through.
Oh, when I was doing TT,
It's
I was
the
pretty much
37.8,
going
nice.
flat out through 130. I was not backing off. I was not giving a bit slightest lift as possible. I was going to try and go flat out as possible. And it works every time. You have to turn in at the right moment to hit the apex, so you don't get a big like a slide on the exit. But it is very fun.
Tomic Brezina in the Ferrari, obviously F2's champion from last season. How do you think he has done this season in F1, making that step up?
Well, yeah, it's a big step up, of course, coming from F2 to F1, it's a big step up. And at the moment, I don't think this season hasn't been friendly for Brezina as much. I mean, he has had a good few races and stuff like that. But at the moment, I think...
Just checking to see how many points he's got.
Yeah. I think he's got quite a fair bit of points, if I can remember.
51.
51, so yeah. Kid Cudi goes fastest with a 37.
Solid total.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, I think Brezina, yeah, he did have a few bad races here and there, but at the moment, I think he's found the perfect pace here for him. I think F1 is suitable for him. It's just trying to get that consistency happening. No!
Oh, nice save.
Was he literally taking that flat out?
I think he lifted a little bit.
Yeah, I think that looked like he tried to take it flat out. But yeesh!
Right, big race or big qualifying, step 1 shall we say. Obviously we've got the race later on, but step 1, big qualifying for Lando. Teammate obviously starting 15th, he's right in the potential mess of Q1. Not Q1, lap 1.
Yeah.
He's in the potential mess of lap 1. This is a huge opportunity for Lando to start off with a good beginning to his race and get a gap from him to his teammate. Maybe he has to beat his teammate in the remaining races, even if Easton doesn't win.
Yeah.
Even if Easton doesn't win, Lando has to score big now against Easton. This is now the time to start beating your teammate.
Yeah, it definitely is. If he wants to get this drivers, he needs to have results now. From now, he needs results. You can't have any slip-ups. Last week was unfortunate thing. I don't think there was nothing he can do. He was just caught up in a big pile-up. But this week it's all or nothing for him. He has to have results. He needs his teammate. I know it's gonna be a bit harsh to say, but I think he needs his teammate Easton to have quite a few bad results. These coming through few races to have a chance to win the F1 division.
Yep. Don't know if you knew this as well. No matter who wins now, out of obviously the potentials, you've got Easton, RSF1 Lando, Corey Marshall, Midzi. I think who was after that, Mr. Pigeon Munch, who is still mathematically in it, but needs to win like the last few races and hope the ones above him don't score points. So
yeah,
he's still in it. Regardless of who wins, we're going to have a new F1 champion, because current reigning champion Dyslexic is currently mathematically out of it by 4 points.
Yeah, definitely.
So next season, whoever it's going to be will have the target on their back.
Yep. And who could it be? I mean, for next season, can we possibly see a new champion next season? Or could we see whoever wins it this season retains it, basically?
Lando does a third lap on the intermediates meantime. He was 8th, goes up to 5th, so it's a lot better in terms of safety. We've got 5 minutes to go.
5 minutes to go. By the looks of things, it says to be a dry race with the amount of laps that people's doing. I mean, Hush 4 laps on the Zimters. Lando 3 laps. So it looks like it's going to be a dry race.
How on earth has Bettina kept that valid? Went right over the curb on the first part of chicane and improves only to 11th. Puts Nat Dog to 12th, and he's got to find another 2/10 on a fresh set of tyres possibly to get into the top 10, where you got Turbo and Rhombus on the edge there. Also Vettel and Mansell might not be safe. Again, it's like Q1, there's like less pressure, but you can't take your eye completely off the ball, otherwise you could get caught out.
Yeah, definitely. And Hush just going through 130R now, only just down on his time at the moment. And then invalidated.
I tell you one thing though, I think pole, if conditions stay like this for Q3, pole's going to be any one of like the top 6 or 7. I mean, to be fair, look at that, half a second, less than half a second covering the top 7. Intermediate conditions around here, that's impressive.
It is definitely tight at the moment of who's going to get it. And then they just ran out of fuel.
Yes. I was just riding on board with Dyslexic actually, because obviously reigning F1 champion, Crown's going to be taken off.
Well.
Yeah, Crown's going to be taken off of him at the end of this season, regardless of what happens.
In
terms of the season he's had, 37.2 mid-C, hello. Quickest time so far. Beating Q1 by a few tenths, so mid-C on it.
Dyslexic bailed on this lap. Dyslexic has.
Yeah. Dyslexic season as a reigning champion, I think it's not been a bad season by any means. I think he had a rough start to the season, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Let's gather it all together. Has he won a race this season? I feel like he has.
I think he did. Score a few podiums, I think.
This is where next season, as one of my plans for next season, questions like that. Has Dyslexic say won a race this season? They're going to be on point next season. That's my promise. We're going to have stats and stuff like that, so questions like that will be answered. Got a flag everywhere. No, it's been an acceptable season.
Hush is
just
still
the
going.
fact that
2 minutes to go. He's been on those tinted for
6
laps and still going. Lando's just come out of the pits. Looks like a fresh inters.
Yeah, it's just obviously the two Mercedes of Lando and Easton. Lando and Easton this season, because obviously they were in F1 last season.
Really?
And they were... Easton definitely was. Pretty sure Lando was.
I can't remember last season.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a
But I remember they were there. But obviously they weren't near the top of the championship. I think they were both top 10 at the end of the season.
Yeah.
But obviously into this season, no matter what it is, whether they found something to gain extra pace, maybe it's a different setup that they have, or maybe they just gel with the Mercedes.
Yeah.
So much better than what they were in.
I'm just on board with Hush at the moment. I mean, even though he's on 6 lap inters, he just went 4 tenths up on this lap, and now apparently it went purple in the first sector. Possibly personal best, but at the moment it looks like Hush is flying on 6 lap on inters. 4 tenths up again in the middle. Still going. He somehow kept that valid.
mean, he nearly had it in the wall, same as what he did in Q2. Is he going to improve? No.
Only by a
10th and a
tenth.
half.
And a half, yeah. It's still going.
Right, 30 seconds to go. This is
new game. That's why.
yeah, that too. That too. That obviously somewhat helps.
Oh yeah, new game, new car systems, new handling and stuff like that. Oh yeah, definitely. There's one thing I would like to see. Oh my lord!
Turbo's out.
That was dyslexic.
Oh!
To come together at Dunlop. Oh, it's coming.
Second's still going. Turbo's out. Oops.
They just had a
Turbo's
big
out.
come together and Turbo's out qualifying now.
That's on Bruce to 5th.
I don't know what really happened.
Oh!
Oh!
God.
Was that
Into
that
the
dog?
spoons.
And yes, the spoon.
Yeah, you'll see on the stream. You'll see in the stream in a minute.
Oh, he's just Harsh is coming up to him now. Yeah, Jesus.
Smack into the wall on the edge of spoon. That's a shame
Harsh
because he was
still going up.
up.
Still going for it. Up on this lap. It's still going.
At Brazina at the moment.
Absolutely nailed
Currently
130
down
this
the
time.
launch.
Goes round the final corner. Here comes Harsh. It's going to be in 37.7. Only just up.
Oh! Vettel's
37.
backwards.
Vettel's
Lost it. He's going to be
130
under
off.
pressure if Brazina improves. Out the final corner. Does Brazina get into Q3?
No.
Nope.
Save.
Vettel stays in it.
But it's going to be
So we're going to have... we had a depleted Q2. We're going to have a depleted Q3.
yeah, we're only going to
So we're
have
gonna
9 drivers.
9. I've actually had a thought come to my mind with why Hush did that, and he's only just got through on it. But it's clever if you think about it. How many sets of intermediates do you get?
3, don't you?
3. So he's used 2 now. So he now has a fresh set ready for Q3.
Question from Smithers632 asking, are you considering making the top tier no assist like other leagues?
Oh.
That is a good question.
Oh, do you want to open that debate? Do you want to open that can?
Well, I'm going to stay out of this debate. I mean, I see what he's
Sure.
saying though. I'm not going to get into this debate.
I know what he's
but
saying.
I know what he's saying. Of course, I race in another league. I race WOR. WOR's top 2 tiers are fully no assist, so I know what he's talking about. So I think it's actually the top 3, but I know for sure the top 2 tiers in WOR, tier 1, tier 2, are full no assists.
Yeah.
But of course, they are the best of the best drivers, and if you see the drivers in WOR, you understand what drivers they have
Simply
in there.
put, simply put, and it has been debated by the organisers. I know they have, obviously, because I talked with them. But we are still a small league. RSF1 is still a small league. You know,
But
if you
still
compare
be-
to WOR, compare it
gradually,
to,
actually, still going up.
it's still getting better. But the thing is, if you run a no assist league,
Too
you're going
early.
to find the drivers for no assists.
Yeah. And you do it too early, it could hinder a lot.
There's several things. First of all, as I said, you got to find the drivers for no assists.
Yeah.
Good luck trying to find them because they're all in other leagues. They don't want to do more than 1 or 2 or 3 per week.
Yeah.
So their schedule's already there.
Yeah.
Secondly, we've always been pace. We've always been what assists you run is. No, we do the tiers based on pace, and as you've seen in this tier, even this tier, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiers, the tiers are close. Sometimes it can get a bit spread out across the season. Some drivers get too quick, arguably.
Yeah. And it's just what Turtle
But
was saying on the chat as well, saying it should always be set on pace, makes the closest racing.
there you go. There you go. There's that too. And then you had the debate on, say, for example, F2. If you said to, say, whoever ends up winning F2, Muddy Biscuit, for example, because he looks on course, you say to him, the only way you can get into the F1 tier is if you turn off no assists. What if he can't handle no assists? What if his pace automatically drops with no assists? Because no assists is difficult. Very difficult to manage. He won't have enough time to practice, and that's obviously his season done. And
so here goes on the chat. So I'm just reading the chat. Jay Moore saying USA will be nice. I'm guessing that would be like with the full no assist. RSF1 saying you can't say drivers get too quick. They just perform consistently. Toto saying defo mate, and it's serious saying, to be fair, it depends, but everyone, if they run the same assists, gives a level playing field. Here we go.
Yep,
now we just all started this debate.
it gives it gives the people opportunity in F2 to improve, and and that. So, and they don't have to adjust their driving style. They don't have to adjust, going from a comfortable position from where they were to an uncomfortable position with no traction or so on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think the biggest reason is my first one. We aren't big enough to have a no assist league yet.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future.
As it is, you're still in your third season, so you're still gradually building up.
WR can do it because they're established.
Yeah.
They're a name.
WR
As soon as you say WR.
Yeah. All I can say is I've been racing WR for years now. All I can say is WR, they've been around for ages. They've got so many people in the community. They've got so many staff around there. Well, basically staff and stuff that they have enough people to have coordinators, stewards, streamers, and so on to do that. And I mean, as I'm saying now, the RSF1, this is our third season at the moment. WR is on their nice lap. WR, which I've made my start in league racing. WR, no matter, I would say WR, hands down, I love that league. I've been in that. They're on their 9th season. I've joined that league since it was season 2, and they're on their 9th season. So gradually they started in the lower season. I gradually started in the 2nd season, and I've watched WR grow. Honestly, the longer the league goes, the more they grow, the more they'll get noticed, and the better they get. And that's when other leagues consistent. And WR's been doing no assist tiers since the last 2 seasons and stuff like that. But they only did that because we had the drivers, we had the people to sort all that out.
I mean, he had the names as well.
We had the names. I mean, WR right now, we still got TRL Limitless still driving in that league.
And that obviously attracts.
And I mean, definitely attracts more people.
RSF1 is getting there.
Yes, 100%.
And as you said, still season 3, and what we have at the moment is a good community and 90% of the time good racing.
Yeah.
If you change too much, and that is a radical change, the risk is that it will start falling down. And obviously we don't want that, because we got something good here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a no, it's not going to happen. It may happen in the future. It may happen.
Yeah, it may happen in the future. It just needs...
It's not at that stage yet.
Yeah, we're just not at that stage, and we're just gradually building up. It takes time to build stuff like that.
Buddy, Pole position.
Wow, what
We
a
need,
lap from Cuddy.
sorry,
Ooh,
we need
lost
to,
it.
we need to
Oh, Diggles.
get on with Q3. All Diggles is that the end of the S's? That is. Right, so rain is still coming down. Obviously, hasn't changed. Cuddy's just taken provisional pole away from Midzi, who was looking very quick all season. But this guy's looked quick as well in the Williams Kid Cuddy, taking it 37.3. That's a tenth quicker than the best so far tonight. So currently we have Cuddy and Midzi. Cuddy and Midzi? Cuddy and Midzi? Cuddy and Midzi.
Cuddy and
Jesus
Midzi, yeah.
Christ. Curry. Kid Curry.
What are you saying?
Kid Curry.
Kid
Curry and
yeah.
Muncie. Hush and Lando. So Lando's currently 4th at the moment, which is good, but we can get a bit higher. Diggle's up there in 5th. Headed Dyslexic. Edwin 7th, who's been sliding all
Columbus is
evening.
the only driver at the moment who hasn't set a lap. Hasn't come out just yet.
You know, I just noticed.
What?
We start discussing about the possibility of no assist, and our viewer count just jumps up by about 10. It did.
Okay.
We're running about 15.
We didn't even mean to
according the
start
counter.
that conversation. We just got asked that question. We just started talking
23.
about
Well, the race is about to start. There's the other thing as well.
that. Yeah. To be fair, we just
Ooh,
asked
Vettel.
that question. We were just
Vettel,
answering that question.
27.7.
Ooh, Vettel. Yeah, 37. So he's actually pretty much full 100s behind Huff. So that was a really nice lap from Vettel. And
Considering he's been spending half of qualifying sideways.
yeah.
Sorry, Vettel, if you watch this back or hear that. That's not a dig. It's
No.
just truth. I'm making it worse. I'm still digging. Still digging the hole. Right, Midzi, let's go. Do you want to take us through this lap? He's got to find a 10th to knock Kid Cuddy off the pole position.
Yeah, at the moment, Mitty has been on pace quickest in Q1, quickest in Q2. With, at the moment, I mean, it's not quickest in his Q2 lap at the moment. He did a 37.2, don't forget, and at the moment he's done a 37.4, so he's definitely can find more pace. Just trying to find that rhythm. There's, of course, sometimes it's hard to find the rhythm of doing it. At the moment, on board with Midsi, and looks like he is cruising through the S section, nicely done. So,
He's got a lovely turn 1.
yeah, lovely stuff he's doing right here, right now. Going through Dunlop. Looks like a little bit of a correction he had there, but
Or half a second up.
this could be
It's a good opening.
this could be closer to, this could possibly be 36.
Fresh set of tyres as well.
Yeah, press the tires. This could be close to 36, maybe 37 flats. All depends on these final two sectors. As you come towards right hand and come towards Spoon now.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh,
That
that might cost him. That might cost him a 10th or 2.
See what is in the middle sector. 3/10 up.
3/10.
So he's still on for podium here. Yes, we got 2 minutes to go.
Hush comes second meantime.
4 lap hold into
I think he is.
and here comes Mitsu. 37.1.
37.1.
But now is the time to beat now.
Nice.
So at the moment, Kid Cudi is on pace. Kid Cudi is at the moment just on an out lap. On 2 lap hold inches, by the looks of it. Hush is still going
Dyslexic,
around.
4 tenths up.
Dyslexic.
Third.
Oh, only just up on Hush, and yet Hush is still going around on his 5 lap hold inches.
Cancel. 23's 38.2 is 1.4 up.
Rhombus is on that lap.
enough.
Of course, Rhombus hasn't set a lap yet, but he's just going around Spoon now.
It's going to be the next one with a minute to go. I'll jump to... I think I'll jump to... Itzy is turned off ERS, so... Lando's retired.
Bits.
Fifth at best for Lando. don't know whether he'd be happy with that, but we'll see.
Right,
Rhombus on the last corner.
Not gonna be quick. He's just
No.
slow lap from him.
39.4, but he's got time to go again.
Yep, he's definitely gonna go push it. So who is next? We've got a McLaren, which is Misty, which is not on the lap. He's probably gonna go around again.
He's building his way up.
Building, yeah. He's got his CRS saved up, so
Diggles is after him. Also, Noriora. So they're building themselves up.
Hush
The
is
next
going
lap.
for it,
Hush is on
he's only just up on this lap.
400s. Oh, again, big Cypher 130R. He's gone through there so many times, and each time I think he's going to be in the wall, but somehow catches it.
Oh!
Oh, into the wall. Again, he's going 6 laps on these tyres.
That's qualifying finish. Dyslexic, second quickest. 37.3.
God, he's got traffic.
Only just-
Oh, invalidated. No.
Oh no.
Invalidated last corner for Cuddy. So third. He's
Third
just been
and
beaten by Dyslexic by 5 thousandths.
Yes.
So can anybody stop? Midsea taking pole. Rhombus is on his next lap and he's 1.6 up. Where does that put him? That will put him only ahead of Mansell at the moment, unless he gets a good last sector.
Around the final corner it goes. 37, puts him up into 6th.
Nice. Good lap.
Next up will be Midsea to finish off his lap.
Is he going again?
Who, Midsea?
Yes.
Yeah, Midsea did go again. And he's 2
And
tenths
he's 2
up.
tenths up.
He's going to be in
He doesn't even need to do this.
He's
I don't
going to be in
think.
the 36s. He's going to be in a 36.9 here.
Yep. Looking good.
36.9.
36.9.
And that is pole position from McLaren. Hush.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hush!
Hush!
Hush! No!
I think got a slight wind damage
Eagles
from
goes
that.
to 6th. And Lando stays in 5th, so at least he got that. But Hush, right at the end of the session, he's lost it several times through that corner, and eventually, there he is. But he will start 4th for the race.
So it'll be Midsea in pole with Dyslexic, a reigning champion, F1 champion of course, starting in 2nd. Guardian 3rd, Hush 4th, Lando 5th, Diggles 6th, Rhombus 7th, Vettel 8th, and Mansell is in 9th. Woo! Midsea is... It's pretty much a man to beat tonight at this rate.
But he will be annoyed with that invalidation on the last corner. He was 3 tenths up, I think, looking at that time. I'll just have another look. Yeah, he was up by a total of 4 tenths. And that would have put him ahead of Midsea, even with Midsea's improved time. That last corner, I know the feeling, I've done it too many times myself. But Midsea on pole, he's still in with a shot to catch Easton. So he's done all that he can to still say to me and to everyone else that he's still in it. Dyslexic on the front row next to him, and then it'll be Cuddy and Hush, Lando in 5th, Diggles 6th, Rhombus 7th, Vettel 8th, and Mansell in 9th. Let's us invite Midsea. I did invite Brazina, he didn't join me. So let's invite Midsea to see whether we can speak to our pole man ahead of this race. Tell me Midsea isn't going to join as well. Give him time. A dry race.
It is a dry race, but look at the clouds though.
Who's the guy at the bottom?
I don't know.
Who's the guy at the bottom? Oz Formula. Is that a driver? That's not one I recognise.
BMG Formula, please, can you leave the session? You're not in the league. We're asking nicely to please leave the session.
What, was he in the chat or something?
He's in the stream, yeah.
There he goes, left. Great, so let's start with this. Dry to begin with. So tire strategy is going to be interesting here. Later.
Yes.
I said about tire strategy going to be interesting. Dry race here.
Yes, tyre strategy is going to be everything. I mean, everybody's on tyres, dry tyres, fresh tyres, of course. I mean, I was starting in P11 on Monday, and I was actually going to plan to do a strategy that probably was going to be a 50-50 was really going to be a gamble. And of course, most people would be doing like medium to hards, won't they, on this track, you would say. If you start medium, you could go medium hard strategy, won't you? Well, I was actually went for a gamble. Of course, starting on P11, starting on fresh mediums. I was actually trying to do a mediums to soft strategy term. And that was actually, that was on, of course, my tyre wear, and that was actually pretty decent, so I could definitely make the tyres last. And I was really going to go for it, but, of course, the big incident happened at turn 1 in F3, which ruined my strategy, and I was actually really going to go for it with the mediums to softs. And it's one strategy around this track not much people would actually go for. Of course, most people probably go like hard to medium, or mediums to hards, or soft to hards.
I was going to say starting on hard tyres. Do you reckon anybody would do that?
Well, you did.
Outside top 10 maybe.
Well, you and Grundy did on Sunday.
It should have worked. I mean, for Grunty, obviously late safety car, put it into his hands, and even without it, it would have done well. I would have done well as well, but got caught up. And that's the difficulty with it, is if you're going long on those hard tyres from the start, you got to stay out of trouble. Otherwise, the strategy's never going to work. It'd be difficult to work. Let's see if anybody does it as we head off for 27 laps. Is anybody on them?
Apparently dyslexic.
I did. So now we have a problem with that Formula guy that joined. Gonna have his AI car going around. Wait, did he? He did leave, yeah. It's got an AI car going around with ghosting off.
Yeah.
So that's now a problem. Anyway, carry on.
Apparently dyslexic's got an X across his name, so let's try
And then take us through the grid.
Yep.
As he see, like.
He just confirmed
Yeah,
that
carry on.
dyslexic's got an X across his name or something, because apparently to me it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm going to game.
I'd invite him back.
Right, yeah. Quick rundown. So Caesar MX will start in last place in P17 in the Williams, and then in 16th in for Ferrari we have got Veloce. Our championship leader RSF1 Eastern in the black Mercedes after unfortunately crashing out in Q1. Got a lot of overtakes happening tonight to have a good race, but he will be starting P15. Corey Marshall, of course, Qualiban will start P14. Catch the Pigeon. Mr. Pigeon Munch will be starting in P13 also from the qualifying ban. Behind his teammate Nat Dog in 12th position in the other half. Tom Christina in the other Ferrari is starting in P11 with S03 Turbo in 10th. RSF from Mansell is starting in 9th from McLaren, behind RSF from Vettel in the Alfa Romeo in 8th. This Wombus is in 7th for Renault with Diggles in 6th. Diggles in the tyre, but he's actually a race to driver in 6th. RSF from Lando in 5th place. Will be starting behind RSR Hush in 4th. And we've got Kid Cuddy in 3rd for Williams, think Dyslexic, second for Renault, and our pole sitter, Mitzi, will be starting pole position.
Sweet. So, in terms of tyres, we've got Cuddy, Diggles, Rhombus, Mansell, Brazina on mediums. Outside the top 10, you got Pigeon, Corey, Easton, Veloce, and Ziza all on medium tyres. No one gambling on the hards. Remember that guy in 18th shouldn't be here, but that's going to be an issue for these drivers going forward. Hopefully, it shouldn't cause too many issues as we are waiting.
I'm waiting.
Or to go, and that's the problem because it's like 6 back, but I'm presuming we're waiting on him. Yay! Give it a minute. Normally it works.
Cuddy's car's really really bouncy.
When it does this, because it goes, then you think, oh, we're gonna restart, and we haven't had this for a while.
No, we haven't.
It's all going so well.
I forgot to screenshot the Q3 results, but I just managed to screenshot the lobby just in case it does restart.
So at least we got that. Give it another minute. If not, we may have to call a restart. It's always great.
Yeah.
So they need to do tyre stuff. Well, at least everybody will be on fresh tyres. And I guess at the very least we can get the AI car out. There is that.
Nope.
Oh, yay! Oh, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, the stream went down as well. It's gone back up. So, oh, just good, great. Right, what are we saying? Because I've been kicked, you've been kicked. I don't know who else is. I don't know whether the race has started now.
According to Shane on the stream saying the race has started.
Oh, great. We're gonna jump back in then. Fantastic. So we missed the start. Whoop.
By the looks of things, yeah.
There's the lobby invite. No one calling restart just in case.
Apparently, Kid
No one might.
Cuddy's not in the race. His name's blank when I loaded to the lobby.
Yeah, so he's like that in the lobby as well.
Apparently, safety car.
I usually go to that. At least we can see what's happened. Great stuff.
Let me know when you're in.
Right, here we are.
Keep an eye on when you're in. Let me know if actually Cuddy's actually there or not.
Cuddy is not there.
No.
Currently 7th.
Yeah, but is his name your next or? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, name's the next.
Yeah, got this invite Cuddy back in. So,
Right, apologies for that, guys. And obviously, safety car is going to reset everything, so thank goodness. Let's see what has happened here. So, and very confusing, but we got to rebuild. We got to show must go on.
yep.
Mitzi's got the lead ahead of Hush, Lando, Dyslexic, Vettel, Diggles, Cuddy. Hopefully, Cuddy can get back in and he can retake his car.
Easton didn't have a good
And-
start because he's all the way down into 17th and pitted.
Yeah,
so
there looked to be some contact of kind, and obviously we still have the AI car in there.
yeah.
I mean, I'm not calling it. I'm not calling it, and by all means, we're still carrying on. And obviously, no one official has said that there is a restart, but if it was me, I would have. But it's not my call, so we'll carry on. And the only reason I would do that is because A, we've missed the start. B, there's an AI car floating around, and there's clearly been a big crash. So, but we're still carry on. So. My intervals are gone. Are you in now?
Yeah,
Wait. Right, so those are pitted. We got everybody from 11th downwards. So basically the AI car of Oz Formula. Also, thank you if you're still watching the stream. Thank you very much for joining. You can tell I'm a little bit annoyed about that. Anyway, but those down behind him have all pitted. Lando's pitting as well, as is Vettel and Cuddy. Strategy, hard tyres. Now, that's a big call for Lando, is particularly because he was doing pretty well. Cuddy also hard tyres, which actually makes sense, Blazer, because hard tyres can actually get to the end from here if you're very careful with them. So in a way, we're going to get a race reset here. Interesting to see what Midzi, Hush, Dyslexic, and Natdog and Softs can do. As those tyres will only go about another 7 laps. Or they may have to consider pitting, even fresh. So in terms of those that stopped, so Turbo currently leads those that have stopped. Pigeon, Mansell, Zizou, and Brazina. All the medium tyres. Now, mediums won't get to the end, will they?
Now, mediums won't make it to the end. It will definitely make another stop.
Right, so obviously Corey and Diggles, both AlphaTauris, both on mediums as well. They haven't pitted. Right, in terms of penalties, everything is also reset.
Got the rejoin and my front wings ain't there. Need to be.
Well, at least he's back in now.
Yep.
Albeit in 18th. The safety car is now in this lap. We are going to be back under racing after a very, very confusing start. I mean, we missed it. So, your guess is as good as mine, chat, about what happened. Clearly something did. But, here we go. So, show must go on. Lap 4, we're going to continue racing here with Midzi holding the pack up. Very slowly, on board of Hush. Needs to make sure he doesn't get caught out. And away we go. Back under racing once again. Hush has got a good gap ahead of Midzi. I think Midzi's just going to keep the lead ahead of Hush. So we've got Nat Dog side by side with Corey Marshall for 5th. They keep station. Now this AI car hopefully won't cause problems, but I'm afraid it may do, because and it's going to bottle up in front of Turbo here. Have to try and get by as soon as possible. You can see it's already holding him up. And
Yeah,
Pigeon Munch.
I would say, and that's an AI car and not really ghosting. That's going to cost.
No, and yeah, they've nudged the car out of the way. That's one way to deal with it.
Pardon?
As
Oh, that was Turbo literally punted the car off at Degner.
yeah,
I mean,
that's one way to deal with it.
yeah, I mean, it's just the AI is not ghosted or anything, so they can't go straight through it.
Missed out the track map as well. Well, at least we don't have to deal with it for another lap. There we go.
I think that.
Meanwhile, Easton's on the move. He's up into 11th place already. So despite being caught out of the safety car, in some ways, Easton has kind of worked out for him.
Oh, yeah.
Both Ferraris are all over his gearbox, Veloce and Benzina. As he sets the fastest lap and is on his way, ahead of Hush and Dyslexic. You've got Napdog right behind Diggles, and there's a 3-second gap because of that AI car back to Pigeon and Turbo Rhombus.
Mad Dog keep trying to have a little look on Deagles to find a way.
Yeah, up over the S's. Napdog's still on no soft tyres, so he wants to be making a move past Diggles. Bit of a slide through the Degners, but hopefully fine. Diggles gets a... This is a chance for Napdog right onto the grass, onto the inside of the Dunlop hairpin. Here we go. Keeping out of contact. We'll keep on board of Corey Marshall as they go down to Spoon Curve. Napdog's still there on the inside. Diggles squeezing in, trying to make it more difficult, and Diggles just about gets ahead of Napdog. Slightly aggressive on the defense, but he got track position and then goes wide on the end of the Spoon Curve. This gives Corey Marshall a chance on Napdog by flying towards 130R. Napdog's going to go for a lunge. No, too far back this time. Good racing from all three of them.
Yeah, definitely. Great racing from them three, keeping everything clean. Here comes Corey Marshall.
Breezes by Napdog using the ERS. Lando and Vettel side by side, going down to turn 1. Lando up the inside of Vettel. And Vettel's still there, all on the end of the first corner, but Lando just sneaks through. Desperately trying to keep up with Easton, who is now 2 Ferrari cars ahead of him.
Yep, and also Easton's on the back of Mansell.
Oh, Diggles! And there's another car off as well.
That's
Veloce's
Veloce,
out.
she has gone.
Oh, and Cuddy. Oh, big crash. Virtual safe. How's that
Yeah,
virtual? How's that virtual? There's 2 cars. Oh, Cuddy. My goodness me.
I'm catching
No
break.
front wing.
You know what I mean? That was him hitting his spinning car, didn't he? That's what happened to
Diggles
me.
also had an off.
That's what happened to me on Monday on the safety car restart. I hit a spinning car and I couldn't get past it. And basically it was literally, I could not get, there was no way I could get basically survive. Either go into the gravel and just crash out because there was no way to get past, or just go straight into the other car and crash out.
Diggles
either way,
catching out Turbo.
Either way, I was going to crash out of the race. Here comes Dyslexic though on Hush. On the inside, and he gets past Hush.
Nice. Corey Marshall in the pits. Is that for damage?
Yep, front wing damage.
It is. Another potential championship protagonist who needs to keep within of Easton whatever he scores. Is now at the back of the field. Kid Cuddy though, what a race he's had. I mean, looks so strong in qualifying, and it's just all gone wrong since then. All not from his doing, to be honest.
Yeah.
The game frustrates sometimes.
Don't I know?
Right, so now as it currently stands, you've got Turbo in the net lead of this race because, well, he can go to the end, but if he locks up too much, he won't be. But you've got Rhombus there in the net second, Easton in the net third. He's at the in this train here, behind Turbo, I guess, as Corey Marshall is off again at the edge of the S's.
Yeah, Dunlop. He spun out Dunlop and damaged
More
his wing
damage.
again.
Oof. Mitzi though, it's got 1.6 seconds over Dyslexic and Harsh. He's absolutely gone from them, which is good. That's what he needs to
Man's
do.
on the back of Rhombus. They're breaking into the chicane. Oh.
Yeet. Rhombus has to cut the chicane. Now surely
Here comes Easton.
he's got to get that. Well, Easton and Mansell. Mansell's
Easton
on the
doesn't
inside
have
of
the
Easton. No. Just about makes it through. Rhombus, yeah, I was going to say. Even the game realised. Should have given that back. 5-second time penalty.
Yeah.
This is the problem for Easton. He's in a fight. If he wants to do well this race, he's in a fight to prove it. Doing well in 10th. He's at least ahead of Lando at this point. And this is the thingy, Blazer, we've seen all season long, or pretty much most of it. Even at this point, like, I remember like several races ago when both Mercedes were in this position that they're in now. Like, either out the points or like the bottom end of points, and you think, oh, they're not going to score well today. And then for some strange reason, they still hang about, even when like a late safety car comes in, and all of a sudden, they're 3rd and 4th.
Yeah.
So, even though they're 10th and 12th at the moment, still not count them out.
No, definitely.
Was it Canada? Or was it Canada? There was 16th and 18th with about 5 laps to go and still got good points. Yeah.
Italy in the rain. Easton had a terrible exit, and he has to defensive start against Brezina, but Brezina wasn't closing the gap to Easton.
Still got Lando there as well. This is all for 10th place. But this is key track position because they're both on hard tyres, the two Mercedes.
Yep. Because Lando's tyres are a lot fresher.
We'll go through the S03. It's putting Easton under huge pressure, but Easton's trying to move forward past Mansell. He can't seem to do that. Lock up ahead. This midfield now. This is... So that's Turbo all the way down to Zizou in 14th. Bloody fastest lap of the race. He's 50 odd seconds behind this train. Still only lap 9 of this race.
Yeah.
1/3 of the way gone. The trainer cars go flying through 130 odd. No one making a move immediately yet. Oh, Brezina lost it through the last part of the chicane, and Lando just picks that up.
Oh!
Mansell's off.
Mansell's off!
Last corner. And he's got wing damage. There's no, you can't do that. Mansell,
Can't do that, Mansell.
No.
That's disqualified.
At least the game disqualified him. Oof. No way that was going to work.
That was never going to work.
Mansell. That's the front 3. Midsy's got the gap up to 2 seconds now. But these 3 will be pitting sometime soon, I think, Blazer. 9 laps.
Definitely.
But Pigeon into the lead. Still in the net lead is Turbo, and he's got almost a second over Rhombus at the moment. And he got the 2 Mercedes. Mansell out the race now gives the opportunity of Mercedes, remember, because if they beat McLaren by 20 points, they win the Constructors. Now they've only got 1 to contend with, although he is leading.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's be honest, if they don't wrap it up tonight, they might wrap it up next week.
Yeah, if it's not tonight, there is next week, but at this moment, it can be tonight. By the looks of things for Mercedes, wrapping up the championship for the Constructors.
They're still going to work their way through, though.
Yeah, of course, I mean, Mitty leading the Grand Prix still. It's a nice sort of 25 points he's getting at this rate for McLaren to stay in this title fight.
Closest battle at the moment, you've got Vettel up behind Brazina, and then you got Diggles up behind Napdog. Get back to Diggles. He's currently in 6th. Again, like the 3 leaders on soft tyres, Napdog I think is starting to struggle on those soft tyres. As Diggles is all over the back of him. Vettel could be scoring big out of all this as well. He's not that far off of those on the hard tyres, trying to do the same thing as he is.
Trying to find a way past that Ferrari or something, Brazina.
And here we go, 2nd and 3rd place are the two. Oh, they're both pitting at the same time. I was going to say,
the top three.
All 3.
The top 3 has pitted at the same time. Are we going to see Nat Dog up? No, Nat Dog's staying out.
Going to
Medium tyres.
Mediums for all 3 of them. 15 lap. Yeah, should be alright. Oh, what's going on?
Lando and
Mercedes.
Easton. Lando's got past Easton.
Does that look like team orders to you?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not too sure. It looked like it did.
Either that or Easton had a horrendous last corner because that looked almost too easy.
Yeah.
Lando's through. Start chasing after Rhombus. Right, so where's Midseat? He's now 11th with clean air, and he's currently only 4 seconds behind those on hards. So this could all close up quite interestingly. Nichols is still over the back of Napdog. Napdog is the last on soft tyres to pit, and I'm pretty sure he'll pit at the end of this lap. Oof.
Yeah, I mean, look at Diggles. Look how close he is.
130 up. Nicely, Diggles surely might have a run here. Running outside into the chicane. Oh, Napdog moves across, a slight nudge on Diggles. Diggles won't be happy with that. Napdog pits anyway.
In the pits.
That would have cost. Oh, but he's sped in the pit lane not to help his cause.
So Pitchmonk currently leads the Grand Prix.
I think it might have been tactical from the 2 Mercedes because Lando has almost instantly latched onto the back of Rhombus now, who is now on the back of Turbo.
Yeah.
There's the AI car of Formula, pink Racing Point. Currently half a lap ahead of these guys. We're still keeping an eye on it. I really hope that doesn't determine the race, that car. The only thing I'm worried about, really. Dyslexic time penalty.
Rhombus is on the back of Turbo, but at the same time, Lando's on the back of Rhombus.
Mm.
And then at the same time, Easton's just slightly closing the gap.
Easton's in a good place right now. He doesn't really need to do anything. Lando is the one on the move, though. Looking good. In terms of ERS, oh, they're way... And the flags.
Yellow flags. I don't know what that's for. It might be Brazina.
Ferrari? Yeah, Ferrari. Brazina going slow, and Caesar's just flow running outside of him.
Oh, Lando! Look how close to the back of the Renault he is.
Good run. Both got DRS though. It's going to make it very difficult for Lando. He's not going to be close enough. He's even pulling away. Oh, actually, here comes it. Rhombus. Oh, the inside of turbo. Oh, and Lando trying to sneak through. That was always going to close. But Rhombus into the net lead at the moment. But all the while, Midzi and the train of medium tyres, which includes Dyslexic and Hush, are slowly closing in on these guys.
Midzi, Dyslexic, and Hush.
In fact, there is Midzi behind Zizu at the moment. And absolutely flying on those medium tyres. And he could see those on hards ahead of him. Meanwhile, Pigeon leading this race up front. 5 seconds ahead of Diggles. They're yet to pit, and in fact, Diggles is actually the only one left to pit. Pigeon has to. Pigeon won't be able to go to the end from there, even though he has pitted.
Yeah, definitely.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't anyway. Still another 13 laps to go. As Lando behind Turbo, Rhombus catching Diggles now. Lando might have a run. Lando might have a run on. But as Rhombus is sneak past Diggles, but Diggles does the switchback in front. Rhombus is still there though. Nice.
Rhombus gets past.
What a move from Rhombus ahead of us. That was brilliant.
Yeah, definitely. I had a good view of that. We did.
Yahtzee pass. Even with the counter attack from Diggles, managed to hold the car there, and he's done exactly what he needs to. He's getting gaps ahead of him. Turbo gets a penalty, trying to get away from Lando, but Lando's sticking to his gearbox.
That dog, 5 seconds for speeding in a bit like that.
Oh.
We just had that popping up.
Yeah. Minty's got by Sizu. Is now behind Brazino. And his first target is Vettel, who is now latched onto the back of Easton. Vettel's on course for a good race at the moment.
Yeah.
This is all poised very nicely. If Lando can get past, Lando can get by Turbo. He's just got. The thing is, Turbo keeps on getting DRS. It's making this pass difficult. He's not going to get DRS now. Give me the chance for Lando, possibly.
Turbo goes defensive. Lando's going to go around the outside into turn 1. Turbo's still fighting back.
Side by side. Whoa, Turbo just holds on.
Oh, we've got the flag. So
Yellow flag.
Cena's spun.
No.
At the exit turn 1.
No front wing either. Let that dog go through. Oh, such a shame for Brazino. He's doing all right up there. We head back here.
Easton, look at Easton now latched onto the back of Lando.
Vettel, and then look at the
Vettel, yeah.
And then look at the orange car. Midzi, here he is. These guys have been battling so much. Midzi on the faster tyre, who's absolutely flying, has now got up to them. Mercedes close again. This is all so tense. It's all so close at the moment.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like Rhombus has done everything that he needs to do. He's got a gap ahead of these guys who are still fighting tooth and nail. And this is the chance, surely, for Lando.
Yeah, here comes Lando.
Coming out the last corner. Surely now, has to be. Has to be. Turbo's good at the straight line.
And
Got to get the braking done. Yes.
yeah, he's got past in this time.
Yeah, Rhombus is 3 seconds up the road from here.
Yeah.
Turbo's done a good job for Rhombus, to be honest. And here's Midzi on the medium tyre. So Midzi here could potentially just pick off these drivers one by one.
Yeah.
Potentially. Pigeon Stampede. Still leading.
I know what Pigeon's doing.
Soft tyres at the end.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then he's going to drop and then start climbing back up through the field himself.
He's probably going to do the strategy that I was actually going to do on Monday. Now, even though, of course, pitting early didn't help.
Easton. No! No, Easton! There's no room there!
That That was
was
so
no room there,
and
Easton.
here comes Mitzi.
Oh, big lug of
Mitzi
Vettel
gets
has got
past Vettel.
it. Easton, you're giving
That
me a
was-
heart attack. Jesus.
Oh, Pigeon's in the pits.
There was no room.
Yeah, Pigeon's in for softs.
Yeah, as it diggles. So we're now going to have where we're at in terms of strategy and tyres. So does Pigeon come out ninth? He does. Yeah. So Pigeon ninth, 7 seconds behind Hush, but he's going to be flying on those softs. Look at this train. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Insane races so far. But again, you had like a chasm of room on the right hand side, Easton, and you're trying to go for like barely a car's width
No,
to the
Easton
inside.
was defending against Vettel, wasn't he?
No, he was going on turbo.
Oh, that
He was
on
attacking turbo. Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Like
I was defending.
he tried to move up on the inside of turbo, and that could have ended so badly.
Oh, you have to flag that is with Tommy Christina retiring in pits.
Bettina retiring, yeah.
Here comes Easton closing the gap
Got
to
to
Turbo.
get by.
Yeah.
Here we go. No. Turbo defending very nicely.
And look
And this is
at
going to give a chance
Mitzi.
for Midzi. Little yellow flag. He's got the AI car of
Here
Zena
goes
coming
Mitzi.
out.
Here
Just as
comes
this
Mitzi. Here comes
happens.
Mitzi. Mitzi. Turbo has lost
both just
2
mugged Turbo.
positions in one straight. Oh, Mitzi's round.
Oh no!
Mitzi's
What happened there?
round. I don't know.
Oh, and he's just and he's just made contact with Rosina, the AI car as well, is causing problems.
Yeah, I think there
That's
might be
huge.
contact slightly between Turbo and I don't know.
Time penalty as well.
I think there was contact between wherever happened there. Easton's just dropped to 5th behind
Dropped
2
to
Alphas.
fifth. Maybe he got caught up in that.
Yeah, I think there was contact between.
Sector 1.
I think there was actually contact between the 3 between Mitzi, Easton, and Turbo. I think. I'm not really too sure.
Such a shame for Diggles. Not Diggles, Midzi.
Mitzi, yeah.
I say Diggles because he's fighting Diggles at the moment.
Oh,
it's
Nat
oh,
Dog's
Nat
round.
Dog.
Oof, nearly hits the Williams of Z2.
Yeah. Meantime,
Rhombus
leader
is
Rhombus,
lapping.
he's caught the AI car
Yeah,
of Formula, which
and the
thankfully
AI
gets
is
out
not
of the way.
boosted, so he's got to go round.
Yeah, I'm worried about the train.
Yeah, here comes Lando.
The Lando's into second, and he's now 2.5 seconds behind Rhombus. Can he catch the gap? And in fact, Rhombus has an 11-second penalty, so actually he's on to win this race if he stays where he is.
Yeah.
And also to the point, you got Turbo and Vettel with 3-second time penalties ahead of Easton. Easton is clean as it stands and would pass them. So in fact, is Easton playing the game here, just holding position? He even could let Dyslexic come through and not get involved.
Lando hits the back of
What?
the old Formula car.
Yeah, which is causing all sorts of issues here now.
It's now causing
Ralph has
issues.
got by.
Because
You're happy.
Lando's lost time to Rhombus and Turbo's gain time.
Easton's been passed. Dyslexic's got by him. Dyslexic on the medium tyre. Dyslexic is now the one on the charge on the medium tyres, but again, he has a penalty. So as long as Easton keeps with this train, he'll be alright.
Muddy Biscuit might be right here. Muddy Biscuit's just said in the chat. When Easton got past Turbo, it was in yellow flags. So Easton might have had to get the position back due to overtaking them in
that's
yellow
what
flags.
caused-
That's maybe what's what caused it.
Vettel, meantime, has got to run on his teammate Turbo. I don't think there's team orders here.
Lando's got a 3-second time.
And... oh, he has. Oh, no. but he's still well within the 11 of Rhombus. Could that though... Leader. Easton is 2.8 behind his teammate. If he can get within 3 seconds of Lando, he'll win actually. Considering he's on the back of the road. Yeah, Sex is still on the move. If Dyslexic can clear this train and get a gap as he's gone. Oh. And this is going to give a chance for Easton possibly. Was that move really on?
That was a very tight position to go for. I don't think that would have been a good thing to do.
Also, with Midsy's demise, he's going in 11th, 24 seconds off of any points. And with Lando looking to potentially win or at least second, and Easton is 6th, although he will jump up because he's got no penalties. Mercedes are on course to win the Constructors.
Yeah.
Remember, if they beat McLaren by 20 points or more, they've done it.
Yeah, and of course, where Lando is, and considering Rhombus has got 11-second time penalty, Lando will win the race, I presume.
Let me put it on penalties. So, in terms of tyres, no one's really in danger. No. Right, so there's the penalty. So, Rhombus has got 11 seconds. He'll drop down to 6th, I think, at this point.
Easton could get a podium, I think.
Easton could still win. Because he's within 11 of Rhombus. He's just, I think, within Lando?
No.
1.9, 2. Yeah, he's just. I think. If not, he's just out of it.
I think he's just out
He's within 3 of Vettel, Turbo and Dyslexic. He's just got to keep the pace up, keep with this train. Podium is his. Podium is his. If not the win.
And he's falling back. He's pretty much 1.1 behind Dyslexic.
He hasn't been confident about this track all week. Get to clean though. Problem he's going to have his Hush behind him soon, potentially. The 2 Alphas are still nose to tail.
This is definitely going to be some heart attack moments for Toto at the moment.
Yeah, drivers 3rd and 4th.
Drivers 3rd and 4th are battling.
You can see it in the point of view of Vettel, because RSF1 Vettel has had a... Again, not to bring him down, he's had a horrific season.
Yeah.
In terms of results. He wants this. He wants this. A potential podium on the cards. If not podium, it's really good points he's on for. He's driven a really good race, to be honest.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Considering qualifying, again, he was sideways, but... I'll say with that. Rhombus still leads, managing the gap to Lando. Lando's not really catching him, but... Why has he got those penalties? Blazer, can you check those penalties Rhombus has?
Yep.
And you're right about Easton, he's dropping away.
Yeah, Easton's dropping. Right, so on lap 8, Rhombus had 2 penalties. Lap 9... no, and lap 11 he had a penalty.
All Dyslexic has got by Turbo on the chicane.
Let me have a look.
And Turbo's going to get back. Well, I don't think it's going to get him back, so Dyslexic up to 4th. Yeah, Easton's 2 seconds behind this train. He's going to have Hush and Pigeon all over him.
So, Rhombus got a 5 seconds for corner cutting and gaining place.
Oh, yeah.
And then 3 seconds for track limits. That was on the same lap. And then Rhombus got a 3 seconds on lap 11.
Mitzi's out.
Mitzi's
Yeah, she's
over.
retired. So all Mercedes have to do, with Lando and Easton, need to score 20 points, and the constructors' title is them in Tier 1.
Yep.
We'll crown our first champion of the season. 3 laps to go. Who is Mercedes principal?
I don't know.
Someone in chat. Who's Mercedes team principal? Because I don't even know who is. I know Camo's Williams. I know you're Red Bull. Speaking of Red Bull, Hush has flown by Easton, and Easton's been mugged by Pigeon Munch as well.
Yeah.
Easton's really dropping back. He doesn't have any pace at all, it seems.
And at the moment, Easton's
look at
only
Pigeon.
getting 4 points.
Maybe he's clean on penalties though. Oh, Pigeon looking. He's clean on penalties though, but he's too far off the back of those in the top 5 actually.
Yeah.
For some reason, yeah, Easton's just maybe just bringing it home. Maybe he knows he just doesn't need to do much more. Yeah, I know Camo's Williams. No, you're Red Bull. No, Toto Wolff is Alpha. Shane is Renault.
Shane is Racing Point.
Renault. Oh, Racing Point, sorry. It used to be in the Renault, that's why. But I don't know who's Mercedes. I've got no clue. Answers in chat if you got it.
It's Lando, ain't it?
Could be Lando. We're starting to catch Rhombus at the moment. So Rhombus 11 seconds, that's 3, 4...
Yeah,
5,
Lando
6,
is team
7.
principal for winner. Not Mercedes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Lando is. And
Hey,
Hutch
doing the job for his own team. Pigeon, catch the Pigeon, is right up behind Hush. Hush defending aggressively on the inside. But Pigeon has got the soft tyres around the outside. Thank you very much. Into 6th place. He's got 2.7 to catch. The 2 Alphas ahead of him. And as it currently stands, in terms of penalties, Lando would win. Dyslexic second, and RSF1 Vettel will be on the podium.
Yeah.
Lap and a half to go. Then it would be Turbo, Pigeon. Pigeon's got to get 3 seconds over Hush to keep that 6th place. And Easton is currently in 8th place. And at the moment, I don't think he will gain anything.
No, well,
Be 4 points.
yeah, he ain't gaining anything, and that's going to be 4 points. And of course, Lando winning. That is constructors. Mercedes.
Yeah, the Lando win if he wins, because we still got a lap to go, and he is got dyslexic all over him. This is for the win, actually. As Turbo's got by Vettel.
Alfa Romeo getting over.
Oh, Vettel's got puncher. No.
Oh.
22 laps on hards.
Wait, if that's the case.
Oh. Why are you not pitting? Vettel.
Wait,
not
wait,
pitting.
wait. Let's keep an eye.
Pigeon, hello.
No. If that's how it happens, 24 lap old pods. Let's keep an eye on Easton.
Keep an eye on everyone else.
Easton's been on the same lap of hards, and so is Rumbus, to be fair.
Yeah, so's the top 2. Got to keep an eye on them.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Oh goodness! Look at the
this
This is for the win.
kicking off now.
Ooh! Why didn't Vettel pit?
I don't know.
He's got to go a whole lap.
I got a funny feeling one of the drivers on the hard tyres, I think one of their tyres is going to go anytime soon.
Yeah, Dyslexis all over the back of Lando. This is for the race to win. Because they're well within. Oh, Vettel's dropping down. Oh, look at Dyslexic. He's got to go the inside of spoon curve. I think he is. Oh,
this is
side by side. Dyslexic's got it.
That was Verstappen.
Lando puncher.
Lando
Front right.
Mitzi.
Oh.
Oh wait, Misty's deciding. I just got a thing pop up to say he's got 5 seconds. What about Rhombus?
Dyslexic's gonna win. Rhombus has got it.
Rhombus
But
has
he's
got
got a
it.
huge time penalty. Gonna drop him down. Is Land gonna crawl across the line for third? He's got Turbo all over the back of him. No, Turbo's gonna get him. Where's he gonna finish?
There goes Pigeon!
Oh, it's all falling away. Landed a second. What's going on?
wins!
Hush wins!
Harsh wins!
Hush was clean, remember?
Yes, Harsh had no penalties. Harsh wins the race. And the constructors.
Pigeon second.
He's
Lando
Mercedes
with a
the
puncher
constructors.
finishes third. How? Rhombus to fourth. Easton fifth. Then the two Alpha. Oh, the two Alphas. Sixth and seventh. They could have had a podium. Zizu eighth. Diggles ninth. And Dyslexic ends up. Well, hang on. Dyslexic. No, that's wrong. That's. Yeah, that's wrong because Dyslexic hasn't dropped that far back. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure Dyslexic should be the winner. On that.
What was the gap between Hush and Dyslexic?
No, look at the.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, look at the interval because he didn't have that many penalties. It was Rhombus that did, and he's dropped to fourth. Oh, confusion! No. It's right on the border of Lando's punctured tyre in the front right as he crawled that over the line. But to be fair, actually, he only had the chicane to negotiate.
Yeah. So.
Look at the results. I'm pretty sure Dyslexic should have won, and it's just dropped him down. Where's Dyslexic? He only had 3.
I
In
think.
minute 35. No, but he won, didn't he? Because he got by. He got by Lando.
He got by Lando, yeah.
Yeah, so he should be the winner with Hush second and Pigeon third.
Yeah.
Right? I'm confused.
I am. Yeah, I think
Pretty
so.
sure. I'm pretty sure it's Dyslexic, Hush, Pigeon, Lando, Rhombus, East, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think that's what
Pretty
it
sure
is.
Dyslexic's the only one out of place.
Yeah,
Certain of it.
yeah. Let's get them in.
Well, he's won.
I think it is Dyslexic won the race, then Harsh, then Pigeon.
Yeah. Means, as you say, we have a Constructors Champions, Lando and Easton, because Lando 4th, Easton 5th, 22 points, which means they've just done it over McLaren. Pretty sure of it. Pretty sure of it. I need to check the other teams that are in it. I'm pretty sure Mercedes have done that. I want an end to that race. I need to drop down. There we go. One standings. The other team that was Alpha Tauri. Where were Alpha Tauri in that race?
Yes.
That's the only other one.
My brain is completely.
So the Alpha Tauris were Corey,
Corey Marshall.
the Sync Diggles.
But Diggles
Where was Corey?
Corey Marshall. Did he finish?
I'm pretty
Let me see.
safe
I've got the
because
screenshots.
yeah, I'm pretty safe to say that Mercedes have actually.
Corey Marshall got 10th.
Yeah, they have. They are because they had to beat McLaren by 20. They did
Yeah.
that, and AlphaTauri didn't beat him. So yeah, that's it. So we'll talk. I think we'll talk with them if they're willing to.
Yep.
But let's talk with us with our top 3 today. What a dramatic end to that race. Even the results were confused at the end of it because it dropped our winner down to 12th, but I'm pretty sure this should be the top 3. We missed the start as well, and it's F1. But anyway, let's go. I do third, you do second, and I do the winner?
Yeah.
Alright, so third place, I believe, should be, I'm going with the should, Mr. Pigeon Munch in P3. Are you in agreement, Pigeon, that you should be third?
Yeah.
Anyway, what a race! What an ending to that race! Punches everywhere. You had people on softs, including yourself, flying their way back up through the field. Flying because you're a pigeon. Hey, it works. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm here all week. So what a race, and obviously we missed the start. So combined with that, take us through your start actually, because we completely missed it. So we're gonna have to use our imagination with your lovely description of lap 1.
Oh, lap 1 was great. Took about 10 minutes to start, so my tyres were ice cold, like everyone. And then I hit Easton and broke my wing. So great start.
Oh, that's why.
And then there was a safety car, so I just wait for the mediums again, and just basically continued my strat. Oh, I'd have gone softs at the end.
Yeah, and as I said with my horrible pun, you flew right up through the field, overtaking Hush and Easton along the way, and obviously you had no penalties either, so you jumped up even more because the guys ahead had penalties, and the shuffle ended up with yourself in P3. You've had a fair load of podiums, I believe, this season, and it's another one added to the list. It's been a pretty good season for yourself, would you say?
No, I don't think I would say that, to be honest. when you just have the general feeling it could have been better. I started out, when this game first came out, I felt a lot faster, and then, the start of the season was crap for me. But I'm not sure. I guess we're quality bound, and finishing on the podium's pretty decent.
Yeah. Obviously we got 4 more races still to go. USA is next on the agenda. What's your thoughts heading to the next track?
One of my worst tracks, so let's see.
Well, yeah, wish you all the best for next week, and well done on your 3rd place.
Thank you.
Right, hand over to Blazer Guns to interview
Second place. Yes, Mr. RSR Hush. Well, completely missed the start, but qualifying, you qualified where you wanted to be, and then you were battling. By the looks of things, you were having a nice, lovely long battle with Dyslexic the whole way through till the pit stop phases came in, and then looks like Dyslexic was starting to pull away during the second half of the race, and pretty much near the end of the race, everything just started to happen. People getting punctures and stuff was happening, but you must still be happy to get second place.
Yeah, I'm happy. Another podium this season. I don't think they've got second place this season, so with that. Some random guy joined. His AI car lost me so much time, which kind of annoyed me.
Yeah, we saw that.
Like 2 seconds to the car in front, which kind of really annoyed me. And then I saw Pigeon behind, like, oh, for God's sake. So, can't lie, crossed the line, was happy. Then my engineer told me, you're second, and I kind of had my heart broken.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Heartbroken. The game with its tire glitch, the time glitch and stuff like that does ruin it. I would have been happy with the Red Bull winning there, but it happens. But moving to next week, which is USA. Hopefully we get to one of your strongest tracks, and hopefully we could potentially speak to you as a race winner for that one.
I haven't driven it on this game yet. Didn't drive Japan either, so I won it last season, so I expect nothing less really.
Okay. Thank you for that. As we head back to Brundle to interview our race winner.
Yes. So your race victor today, dyslexic in the Renault. Again, I believe so, because again the results
Yeah,
were just as confused as we were.
It just fired me down to the bottom.
Yeah, I believe.
But to be fair,
So.
I've seen what happened with Rhombus, and I think actually Rhombus is going to win. He should. I mean, I've just seen a clip he sent in, so.
Obviously, still depending.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got to go by race director straight off.
I mean, it looks pretty clear from me, but.
Even though race director says you're 12, so
Yeah, I know. I am
kind of this lays the point. But what a last couple of laps for yourself. Obviously, you're on the medium tyres. Obviously, yourself and Midzy were, and we're catching those on hards, the two Mercedes and Turbo as well in the Alfa Romeo. And you were catching them really quickly, managed to get past them.
But I got
you
really,
just
I
had
got
Lando.
lucky with Mitzi spinning, to be fair. So I probably
Yeah,
wouldn't have.
obviously that
I wouldn't have
unfortunate
won
for him.
if he had carried on going, I think. But once I saw him spin, I was like, I think I could win this, just driving through, drive as fast as I can.
Yes, and also you have the also you had Lando in front of you. Obviously, it looked like a really good battle towards that last lap. Obviously, it ended with a punch.
Yeah, I think I sent it
shame,
on him.
shame to see.
Heard it. He just got a puncher as I sent it in on him. He just went wide, and that. He's unlucky. All them lot getting punches.
It just shows, doesn't it? Because we've seen all week that it is possible to take hard tyres around 23 laps, and they were on that point, and they punches. Maybe because they were battling
Well,
so
I
much.
couldn't. I had no option really, because I was in AI mode because I had to leave at the start, so I wasn't in control of my first lap. And the safety car came out. I'd already been past the pit, so I just thought I'm sticking to the softs now.
Yeah, of course. In terms of the season you've had, obviously, at this point, even with that win, you were already mathematically out of championship contention to retain. So you have lost, obviously, your championship from last season, but I am pretty sure you will come back fighting next season.
No, wait. See, to be fair, this season I wasn't aiming to win anyway. I was just hoping to have some fun, to be honest. So I've been concentrating on some other stuff. So it's just good to get a win, I guess. I haven't had a win since round 1. So yeah, it's just a fun race. That's all I wanted to do, just have a bit of fun.
Blimey. Yeah, no, definitely it was a fun end to that race, wasn't it? All good. What's your thoughts heading to USA next time out?
Honestly, couldn't tell you. Wait till I do some 100% leagues around there, I guess. Also.
But should be another good race there, shouldn't it?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, people probably get a lot of penalties and stuff, so yeah.
As long as we can see the start, again, again, very inconvenient. It kicked us out right at the beginning. There you go. Blazer, any final words for that race? Where do we start, actually?
Where do we start? I mean, it was unfortunate we missed the start, but we managed to catch the end, and oh my god, my head hurts. Trying to figure out what happened at the end.
Yeah. One thing I would say is obviously the frustration of missing the first lap. I think F1 as a whole, because there was some good battling, obviously the annoyance of the AI car, we can't really do anything about that. That's whoever joins' fault, to be honest.
Yes.
But in terms of battling, I mean, there was some really good moves and really good moments. I mean, they made up for it, I think. So, yeah, so well done Tier 1, in my opinion. Obviously not completely fully, but...
Yeah, I agree.
So anyway, USA next time out. Obviously constructors, again, my maths and Stuart depending, I believe Mercedes do have the win. But in terms of drivers, it is still on. Obviously Lando beat Easton this time, so the gap will close. The pressure is on him, but I think he'll be back in USA, won't he?
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully. Right, that is it for the F1 race. What a wild night that was. But thank you very much for a good race the Tier 1 drivers had provided. Made up for the frustration, I think, at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they will be moving on to stateside for the USA Grand Prix next up. As for Japan, we have one more race to provide you. It is the F4 division. I'm back in the comms box once again. This time with not Blazer,
No.
Brutal Reapers, who is Brutal Reapers, yeah, sorry, who hopefully will stay awake this time. I'm sure he will. I'll make sure that he's fine before we start, so he doesn't fall asleep on me.
Did he fall asleep on you last week?
Huh?
Brutal Reapers fall asleep on you
Yes,
last
he
week?
did.
What, during
Yes, he
the
did.
race?
Halfway through Q2.
Jesus!
Yeah, again. But anyway, I'm sure he'll be fine. I'll make sure he's fine before we start, so do not worry about that. But that is the Japanese Grand Prix F4 tomorrow. Make sure you join us 8 o'clock. Race start. So that has been the F1 tier. Make sure you join us next week for USA for the next race on their calendar. Monster Skyline hopefully will be back in the comms box with Blazer Guns. If not, Blazer will still be here and he'll be streaming it with me or whoever else it will be.
Yeah.
But your top 3 at the end of that race was 3rd place for Mr. Pigeon Munch in the Haas, 2nd RSR Hush in the Red Bull, and your winner Sync Dyslexic in the Renault. I've been RSF from Bundle. Blazer, thank you very much for your company.
That's okay.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye guys!